try that and see if that works.
Just take it.
Okay, that doesn't say 20. I don't even have my glasses on. Okay, so everybody had a great Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so what did we talk about last time? Can everybody remember back 2 weeks ago what we talked about? Too much turkey in between. Did we not talk about things that you can do at a networking at a non-BNI networking event? Okay, and who are you going to be in the room? The connector, the influencer, correct? All right, so after the event, when you're talking with your network and your clients, and I'm going to refer to client. When I say clients today, I mean people in your network who are not your clients, but maybe a referral source for you, and they could also be your clients. So we're doubling up on the luncheons. I don't have to go clients on your network. All right, is that okay?
Yep.
It doesn't matter because I'm up here speaking anyway. So what if I told you that for every month you do not have contact with your clients, you lose 10% of your influence with them? That's pretty big when you think about it, right? So what if I could show you some ways in the next 12 minutes that you could stay in contact with your clients on a monthly basis with some various ways of doing that? Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at several different ways that you can stay in contact with your clients over a course of time, and you can set up a very easy to use system that is low cost. How's that? Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, and Art's probably going to kill me for this one, but I'm going to do it anyway, it's participation. Everybody take out your cell phones. I want you to go into your contacts. I want you to find a client or somebody in your network that you have not spoken to in the last 6 months. And I want you to text them a message that says, "Hi, how are you? Going to grab a cup of coffee next week." And then after you've sent that text message, I want you to take your phone and I want you to put it here on the table, on the inside, face down so you can't see it when it buzzes. So I'm going to pull out here on the edge. Yeah, because I don't want you to, and then at the end of towards the end, we'll pick it up and see who got responses. Okay? So when you're done, put it up the end there and no touch. Even if it buzzes. Make sure your ringer is off, please, too, or you might get me down. Okay, so doing a text message is one way that you can stay in contact with a client. Okay, so how are we doing with that? Well, fast text some of us, isn't it?
Phone call.
Phone call is another way, yes.
Christmas card.
So when, so as, I'm going to talk about that one in a minute too, as to why you may or may not want to send one of those. Okay, so I want you to take notes today because we're going to give you a lot of ideas, but out of those ideas I want you to pick out 5 that will work for you in a very easy system. So one thing that I do is I get a card, either this size or the next, but this is a 4x6, so we can get the 5x8. On here I will put my client's name, their address, their phone number, and even maybe their birth date as well. And that goes sort of on one side, and then on the other side I will put my system, which we're going to talk about today. And then this goes then to, I have 2 files. One is by month, one is by day. So all the month ones, so like for example, all of my December ones have been taken out of December and put into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 depending on what day I contact them. Because on here it will put the day of the first contact, and then every month on that day is the day I'm going to contact them. With me so far? Okay, so then come January 1st, I'm going to go into the January part, I'm going to take out all the January cards, and I'm going to put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending what is on the front of the card. And on my December ones, as I fill them out, they're going to go back into the December. Actually, no, they're going to go to, hang on, I'm getting myself confused.
How many months? How many months?
12,
No, I mean, how often do you contact them?
monthly, yes. Sorry, so yes, it will go, so once you finish the December one, it then goes into the January file. And then come 1st of January, you take it out and you put them into your daily zone. Okay, that's one way you can do it. You can do it electronically if you like. I prefer paper and pen method. I'm old-fashioned that way. Okay, so another way that you can, so you can send them a text message on 1 month. The next month you might give them a phone call. Pick it up. Hey, how are you? How are you doing? How's your business going? Is there anything I can do for you? Never make any, I won't say never, but most of the time you're contacting them, it is not a sales promotion, call, or anything like that. It is simply a hi, how are you? You're going to be adding value and content to that client. And that's the cool thing. So when you call, it's just like, pick up the phone, hey, how are you? How are things going? Is there anything I can do for you? Who's a good referral for you this month? The next month, you may want to promote that person. You may have used their services, so you may want to promote them to your network. So you might have a client who, for example, if I got my oils from Brenda, I really enjoyed the oils. So the next month, I may put on Facebook that Brenda's awesome. She's got these great oils. They've got if you've got an ailment, she's got an oil for it, and promote her on Facebook. So I'm now opening her up to my network. So that could be what you do the next month. The next month you may want to do something like if you've written a book, send them a copy of your book. Because your book is providing value and content, it is not a sales thing, but it's keeping you in front of the people. Anything you do is designed to keep you in front of the people. Another thing you can do is do something like this, send a card. This one says hi, and on inside it's got, while I was cruising around town today, I thought of you. Give me a quick call, would love to catch up. Something simple. And I made a mistake on this one because I forgot to put my telephone number down here. But I actually did have a client who went and actually looked up my phone number and called me, which is kind of cool. So you can send a card. Now you can send a card just to say hi. My dog will send a card to my clients' dogs to say, hey, I hear you're going on vacation. Here's some treats to have. This is my dog. It could be like if you were at a trade show or something and somebody stopped by the booth, that you send them a thank you card for stopping by the booth and saying hi. Something as simple as that. We had, I've got a friend up in LA who does these amazing underground dinners, and you never know until 24 hours in advance where the dinner's actually going to be held. She'll tell you the general area, but the day before you get the contact. So after her event, this one was her making bacon, everything had bacon in it. It was awesome. So after her thing, I went and made her a card and sent it to her saying, thank you very much for the awesome time with all the awesome food and everything. So I was able to do that. Had a friend who, we were on a Disney cruise together, and it was her birthday while we were on the cruise. So for the following year, I sent her a birthday card that had photos from our Disney trip. So just little things like that, they don't cost a lot. You can send a card, you can handwrite them, you can use send-out cards, whatever. If you know somebody in send-out cards and you're not using send-out cards for your business, please go talk with them. It is an amazing marketing tool that is very little cost.
Ask them to join.
Sorry?
Ask them to join.
Yeah.
Send out cards.
If we can get a send-out cards rep in here,
You have to join
be
here.
awesome. Another thing you can do is articles, magazines. We all know these things, right? So for example, I've already flagged some in here. This one had How Boomers Saved Everything. There's an article in here, and I thought, boomers. Who keeps talking about boomers in the meetings? Michael Cariff does, because he wants baby boomer business owners. So I would cut out this article, I would take the article out, pop it in an envelope, get my little post-it note, get my Sharpie and say, hey Michael, saw this article and thought of you. It may not have anything to do with his business, but the fact that he's looking for boomers, it's a great way to do it. Here's another one, Natural Solutions magazine, and in this one we've got, where was it? Oh, they had a really good article in here. In fact, I may even rip it out afterwards and give it to Kelly. The Great Cholesterol Myth. Kelly with Take Shape for Life. Just pop it in an envelope and send it to her. Something as simple as that. Now this one here, this is the Air New Zealand In-Flight magazine. The only reason I got this magazine and it's still whole is because my husband loves Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So I picked up the magazine and I said to him, here, I'm not even going to pull this apart because there's so much in here about the movies. So that one there, he got the whole magazine. So just doing simple stuff like that. So it's in there. Connect with them on social media. When you've met them at an event or something, go home afterwards and connect up with them on social media. Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever, and start following them. Start making comments on some of the things that they post. If they write a blog, go and read their blog and leave comments. You can also give them, of course, give them a referral, either yourself as an inside referral, or you can give them an outside referral, somebody in your network who needs their services. And you could buy from them. And this one I absolutely love. Instead of going to the big name stores, and you all know who we're talking about, find the home business owner, the entrepreneurs. Find them and support them. Because they are going, if you can support their business, they are going to want to support your business. If I want somebody who wants to talk about skincare and stuff, I'm going to send them to Vicky instead of sending them to the skincare counter in Macy's. Because I'm supporting her business. Okay? Think of the entrepreneurs. You've got your network marketers, you've got your direct sellers, you've got people who have home-based businesses. The only way they're going to survive is if we support them. So it's a great way to get in there and try the services as well. Invite them to an event. Here's an event. You can invite them to come along. If you're going to be speaking at an event, invite them to come hear you speak. If you're going to an event where there is a speaker that is presenting that may be on something that's related to them and their business, invite them to come along. Meet for coffee or lunch. Yeah, pick up the phone, invite them for a cup of coffee or go to lunch. If you play golf and they play golf, go for a round of golf. And these are things you can do on a monthly, each month do something different. Like I said, just choose 5 that will work for you. It could be giving them a testimony for their services or something. Don't we rely on testimonies here? And referrals and everything else? So, great thing to do. You can interview them. If you have a radio show, if you have a YouTube channel, interview them. Talk to them about their business. Get them to tell you about their business. And that way you're promoting them. Connect them with a referral partner. You know, one of the people that Randy asks for is a tax person, right? Tax, yeah, the tax person. I can't even, brain's gone.
Text in my mind.
Yeah, sorry, tax and tax on it. You know, so maybe I can find somebody who is one of those tax preparers or something, so I can refer them to Randy, and there's a good referral partner there. You could host a networking lunch or a breakfast. So just turn around and say if you've got say like 5 or 6 people that have similar target markets, invite them to come to lunch together so they get to know each other. You could drop by their office with a cup of coffee. And then the other one is you could send them your newsletter. Now here's the thing on newsletters, don't make your newsletters salesy. In your newsletter, provide value and content. So it could be the top 10 things that you need to know about estate planning. It could be the top 10 things you need to know to keep your accounts in balance. It could be the top 10 skincare tips. It could be the top 10 things you can do in your office to help hold your alignment after you've had a chiropractic adjustment. You know, think of things like that, things that are going to be provide value and content to your clients. Okay, so those are some of the ideas that you can come up with. Pick out 5, and then month 1 you would do something like, for example, month 1 is to send a text message. So on your thing here you would put the date and you would put send text message. Month 2 could be you're sending them a card. Now here's a cool thing about the cards. Do you know there is a website called nationaldaycalendar.com? And did you know being December the 5th, today is National Sakatort Day. It is also the first Friday of December, which means it's Faux Fur Friday. Try saying that 3 times fast. It is International Ninja Day, International Volunteer for the Economic and Social Development, and I love this one, it's Bathtub Party Day. So why not send your client a card that incorporates one of these national days? Now here you go. For next Friday, if you want to send your clients a card to get them for next Friday, here's some ones. Next Friday is National Ambrosia Day, Gingerbread House Day, Poinsettia Day, and I love this one, National Dingling Day. Hey, I don't know, but it was on the list. If you go to nationaldaycalendar.com, you can find these really cool things. And if you've got clients who are interested in certain things, send them a card that says, "Hey, happy bathtub party day."
Oh dear.
You can have fun. Have fun with it. So that could be month 2. Month 3 could be you give them a phone call, pick up the phone and talk to them. So you can see how you can pick 5 things, and then you get to the end of the 5 months, you just repeat. And just repeat. Every 5 months you repeat the process. So just put out the plan. Okay, pick up your phones who got a response on the text messages. Eric did.
What?
Excellent.
They said, why are you texting me at 7:30?
Oh, I got one too.
Awesome. So when you get response to your text messages, set up time with them next week for a cup of coffee. If you would like to talk more about this and get some more ideas or want some help setting it up, connect with me on connectwithhelen.com. I am in Vegas all of next week, so my calendar won't show any availability. Apart from that, have an awesome day, and since I'm not going to be here next week, have a super fantastic sparkling week, and I will see you all on the 19th for our Christmas party.
When is National Sparkling Day?
There is actually one, and I don't know what date it is, but I will go look it up at some point.
Oh
Brought up
boy.
a good point. It's every day.